Hey guys, welcome back to Fall Between the Pages. I am Autumn Vera and thank you so much for joining me for another video. This is actually one of the books that I just finished reading, and that book is Blood Like Magic. Look at this gorgeous cover. Oh my gosh, this thing is beautiful. One of the things that I really enjoyed about this book first is the magic and the social classes, because there is such a division that the main character is really trying to understand what is going on between her family and the rest of the witches of the city, and then how all of this can actually relate and help them in the future, so that way their magic can still be within the family and not be without magic, because that is their lifeline. If they aren't able to do magic, then what can they do in order to survive? So I really enjoyed that aspect of the book, is really trying to think of, like, you're not just one thing, you are several things, and you can do as many things as you want to throughout your life. It doesn't have to be just magic. For this instance, is the book for magic, and then you can also try and find some way to make a living. There's always a backup plan. So for this book, Blood Like Magic, the main character's name is Voya. She comes from a bloodline of witches, and at this point, she is getting ready for her calling. The calling for them is that they have to call upon an ancestor, which will give them a task in order for them to complete and be gifted with magic and their specific gift that they can use to help their family make a living. For Voya, her cousin has the gift to be able to read people's minds. Another one has the talent for fashion. Another one has the talent to feel someone's discomfort. So there's a wide range of things that can be someone's gift. But Voya, for herself, in contrast to this very strong, gorgeous African-American young lady on the front, Voya herself is not that strong. And I'll be completely honest, I was highly annoyed with Voya's character. Why? Because of her indecision. She could not make up her mind of what she wanted to do. Everybody else's life was fine. She can make a decision for them, but for her, it was the hardest thing she ever had to do in her life. And for her to choose, once her calling was given to her, her task, she has the most difficult time trying to figure out a solution when there are multiple ways that her calling could have been interpreted. If you actually have read the book Blood Like Magic, let me know how you actually interpreted Voya's calling, because I interpreted it one way and maybe I was wrong. At the end of this video, I'll tell you what I thought her calling actually could have been interpreted too. But yeah, I just thought there are several different paths one can take, but I do understand that a lot of people do have difficulty making a decision. It's their indecisiveness that really holds them back. It's their lack of confidence that holds them back. And for Voya, that is definitely what ended up happening for her. She could not make up her mind of whether she wanted to kill her love or not kill him. And if she didn't kill him, there will be major consequences for her and her family, like them losing their magic, and another consequence that she did not see coming. So there are a lot of different secrets, things not said in the book between the characters, because like a family, you think that you can figure out things for yourself or another person, but when there's not any communication, what are you going to do? You can't do anything if you guys don't talk. Just talk, and that's all I wanted them to do. And this book was talk to each other, and they did not do that. They can talk about a wide range of almost anything and everything, but when it comes to talking about the important matters, the things that pertain to the magic, things that could have helped Voya actually make up her mind if she had all the facts about the family history, the family just wanted to be shut-lipped. They're like, oh no, we're not, mum's the word, we're not going to talk about that. And it's just like, well, why not? So that's one of the things I got frustrated for Voya, because her family did not want to talk about the family history, how that could end up relating to Voya actually completing her task. And at the end of this book, I was actually kind of glad how things turned out. Sad, but also glad that Voya was able to make a decision and figure out what she wanted to do. Now, was that decision the correct one? Because she tampered with somebody's life, and I was just like, Voya, girl, what are you doing? Why did you make that choice exactly? So book 2, I'm actually really looking forward to reading because I want to see how Voya and this other person, again, no spoilers, how they end up resolving their differences, how Voya actually makes up for maybe the mistake that she made after she completed her calling, because there are several different things that Voya, like I said before, could have done, but then decided not to do. I do like the different social classes in here, how you have the distinction between the pure witches and the not pure witches. Pure witches who focus on concentrating on their magic, not making any human sacrifices to make their magic stronger, whereas the not pure witches, the tainted ones, as they try and say, they actually focus on human sacrifices in order to make their magic stronger. They are giving blood for blood. So basically pouring blood, killing somebody so that their own family blood can be stronger. Who are these random people that they're just taking off the street and killing? I don't know. That's never specified in the book. I wish it was, but it's not. And so it's just a lot of different cultural things in here that is talked about. I do think that the Afrocentric and science fiction part of this book written well, because there are a lot of different descriptions that's used. And while the imagery is amazing, there's a lot, like I said, description in it. I wish that the book did not have so much repetition. If you didn't catch it, at least listen to the end of almost every single chapter, because Voya keeps repeating to herself, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have to do this. This is something I have to do. Well, girl, if you have to do it, stop procrastinating. Why are you taking forever and a day to complete your task or figure out how you're going to complete your task? And then at the end of it say, oh, well, I have till tomorrow. Oh, well, I have till, 2 days. Oh, well, I'm just going to mope and think about how I'm going to fail. My family doesn't believe in me. I'm just going to fail. I understand that concept that you don't have confidence in yourself, that you wish your family would just say, oh, we believe in you, we trust you, and that their actions actually match their words. But at the same time, you have too much writing on your calling and this task in order to not make a decision. So yeah, she was annoying for a good part of the book. Like a good, I would say, yeah. So this much is how much she annoyed me throughout the book. Every single time. And I could not stand it. I actually told my coworker, because she reads as well, she was like, oh, well, how's the book you're reading? I said, it's okay. The main character's, is getting on my nerves, but it's all right. I just want to know, is she going to kill him or not going to kill him? So yeah, so let me know in the comments below if you actually liked Bloodlight Magic. What did you think about Voya, her cousins, her mom, her dad, her grandmother, who was a character? I really liked the fact that her grandmother seemed like your typical grandmother, because she was on it. She was vocal. She wanted things to be done correctly. She was looking at everybody and calling everybody out on their mess too. So I enjoyed that fact. All the characters seemed to be rich. They were really three-dimensional to me. I think the only thing about this that I wish her interaction with Luke was a little bit better. I did appreciate that the fact that they are in 2034, I think that's the year they're set in, the futuristic year, that they are able to manipulate genes at that point, and they're able to do sex changes and things like that. So for Luke, if you read the book, Luke's situation and a lot of the character situation in this book, that there is very gender fluid, I should say, in this book. So I do appreciate that. There's a lot of different instances where you get a look into that social conflict that's going on in the world today, because it does touch on the fact that there are some things that could be improved and there are some things that just aren't talked about. And so it really opens your eyes to a couple of different of the social issues that's going on in the world today. So I did appreciate that fact about the book. Yeah, Luke could have been a stronger character. I don't think, because he was just one of the side things to Voya and her calling and part of her task. He wasn't really developed all that well. I had hoped he had been a little bit more 3D, but towards the end of the book, he just seemed more focused again on himself rather than seeing the whole entire picture and the struggle that Voya had to go through. He faced with some difficulties, but at the same time is nothing compared with Voya and her family have been faced with. So I do appreciate their relationship. I think the romance happened not too quickly and there wasn't that much romance. So at the same time, I had hoped there could have been a little bit more interaction. It wasn't really there, and I hope that in the second book is going to be a bit more romance, because I did enjoy Voya, like I said, towards the end, and her gift is actually pretty amazing, and I think it fits her character well. So the author did an amazing job with this book. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorites for 2021. And like I said, you know, Voya, I think she was meant to antagonize me just a little bit, because I'm just like, can you just correct yourself just a little? Can you get over that? Can you see past what's right in front of your face? So I did appreciate everything in here. Like I said, if you've read the book, let me know what your favorite parts were, who your favorite characters were, and what you actually anticipate to see for book 2. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on this review of Bloodlight Magic. I'll check you guys later. Bye.